Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 55 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a toss play to Blount. A nice little juke. Still going. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's Blount. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. And sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Now Wilson. He's going to launch this thing. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive starts with a handoff to Ball. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Finding some room at midfield. LeGarrette Blount past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, 65 yards. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
The toss running left. It's Howard. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
And here now the offense heading back out there. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're going to take the lead here as it's now 9-8. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on the attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. because they made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Big jumbo, big jumbo, big jumbo.
To throw again is Wilson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Again, here's Blunt. Blunt rumbling with a first down and more. LeGarrette Blunt. Touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blunt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Reggie White in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far. So why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to try and throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the 1st.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score.